Captain's log, stardate 3944.7. The USS Ranger is on a routine cargo supply mission. We are to report to Gamma 3 to pick up food and other supplies from Meridian 4. Open a channel. Kobayashi Maru, this is the USS Ranger. What is your status? Kobayashi Maru, what is your location? Damn, Sturk! What information do we have on the Maru? Blast it! Magia, open a channel to Starfleet Command. There's only one thing we can do. Jana, set a course for the arrestees system. There's only one thing we can do. We'll continue on course for Gamma 3. I know, Ensign, but the fact remains that we can't let those civilians die out there. You're right. We'll continue on course to Gamma 3. We'll alert Starfleet from there. I know this, Mr. Corrin, but the fact remains that if we cross the zone, millions will die. I am simply not going to take that risk. You're right, Jeff. Let's set a course to the location of the Kobayashi Maru. Thank you, Jana. Magia, send a broadcast to the Kobayashi Maru, stating that we cannot help them. There's too much risk. We can't risk... That's enough, Corrin! I've made my decision! Magia, please cut all broadcasts to the Kobayashi Maru. Magia, hail the freighter. I don't know. Let's just go to debriefing. Magia, hail the Klingons. On screen.
Captain, I'm picking up a faint distress call. I've sent a message, sir, but at this distance we won't get a reply for several hours. Yes, Captain. I'm getting nothing, sir. They're either not able to answer or something is stopping them from doing so. The Klingons are not responding, Captain. They're not Wait! Captain, they're responding! Captain, we're getting a message from the Kobayashi Maru. They give their thanks for rescuing them and hope we have a safe journey home.
System integrity compromised. Shutting down simulation.
But Captain, if we enter the neutral zone, it'll start a war. Millions will die. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for the record, let me say that you are doing the right thing.
This is the Kobayashi Maru. Someone, respond, please. Severely damaged. Gravitic mine, warp gone. Life support failing. Blown off course. Current location is the arrestee system. USS Ranger. I said, what are you doing? Please help us. Please.
That's in the middle of the neutral zone. But sir, those people will die. I can't believe you're just going to leave them there. To hell with the risk. 300 people are going to die because of this. What did we do? Well, Captain Forrester, the Klingons have cloaked and warped out of the system. Shall we track the Maru back to Gamma 3? All right, Captain. But I have to go on record as saying that I think this is a stupid, senseless mistake. We got her, Captain. The Kobayashi Maru has been destroyed.
The Kobayashi Maru is a Federation freighter, Captain. Its current complement is 30 crew and 300 passengers. The Kobayashi Maru is within sensor range, Captain. 3 Klingon D7s decloaking, Captain. Captain, more Klingon D7s are decloaking. There are only 200 life forms aboard, Captain. The Maru itself is badly damaged. Captain, I am detecting the remains of a freighter in this system.
Now entering a Nancy system.
Tell the freighter we're on our way.
Then the Klingons are behind this.
Federation law. Die like the Quahon you are.
Captain's log, stardate 4055.4. 2 of the outposts along the Romulan and Federation neutral zone have gone silent. We are about to investigate the first of the 2 outposts. Outpost 2. Well then, we'd better keep our heads about us. Outpost 4, this is Captain David Forrester of the USS Ranger. Who is attacking you? Magia, send out a message to the nearest starbase. Tell them of our situation and that there might be a chance that we have to enter the neutral zone. Did we destroy it? Is it intact?
And sneaky. There's no answer to our hail, sir. Captain, we're getting a distress signal from Outpost 4. We lost him, Captain. There is no response, Captain. The Romulans aren't responding, sir. Captain, we won't get the reply for several hours. The message has already been sent to Starbase 17. Captain, we have just received word from Starfleet. They said they will back us up no matter what we do.
You think the Romulans are at the bottom of this? What kind of force could have done something like that? The asteroid is too heavy to track her, Captain. That won't do us any good, sir. The Romulans can easily escape. Not only that, but they'd probably pulverize us if we got that close to them. I don't think that's too good of an idea, but you're the captain.
We're not sure. Some shipping. punched straight through our deflector shield with some kind of plasma energy weapon, but then disappeared. He won't respond to our surrender. Captain, if you can hurry, please, please hurry, Captain.
That seems probable. Romulans tend to be very aggressive in their tactics. Sensors show that Outpost 2 has been decimated, Captain. There are no life signs on the asteroid. There is no one alive, sir. The outpost is completely destroyed. The outpost is completely destroyed, Captain. Long-range scanners show that Outpost 4 has been destroyed, sir. Long-range scanners indicate that the Romulan is heading back towards the neutral zone. Sir, the Romulan ship has cloaked. I can, however, use motion sensors to detect approximately where they are located. Captain, the Romulan ship is above us. Captain, the Romulan ship is below us. Captain, the Romulan ship is to the port side. Captain, the Romulan ship is to the starboard side. Captain, the Romulan ship is behind us. Captain, the Romulan ship should be in front of us. Captain, the Romulan ship has gone silent. Motion sensors pick up nothing. Sir, there is debris ahead. There seems to be insufficient matter in the debris to warrant a starship wreckage. Sir, once again, the Romulan has ejected debris. There is also a metal container in the center. Yes, Captain. Captain, the Romulan ship has decloaked above us. Captain, the Romulan ship has decloaked below us. Captain, the Romulan ship has decloaked off the port bow. Captain, the Romulan ship has decloaked off the starboard side. Captain, the Romulan ship has decloaked off the stern. Captain, the Romulan ship is decloaking. Their ship appears to be moving away from us, Captain. Full impulse.
That's all, Captain. Transmission override from the heavy cruiser, Captain. I'm picking up a distress signal from the Cation freighter Hazardi. It is being attacked by a Klingon ship.
The D7 has triggered an auto-destruct sequence, Captain.
Captain's log, stardate 4171.7. We're en route to question a man by the name of Tharos Greenlee and to meet a Romulan ambassador. Hopefully we'll find what we need to be able to wrap this up quickly. On screen. Wonderful. Sturrock, any sign of our Romulan friend? I don't think I should have to check in with you. Remember that you came to us, not the other way around. I apologize, Admiral Tennant. You can be assured that I will learn from my mistake. If you'll forgive me, Miss White, didn't we just talk to your leader, President Lee? What butchers are you referring to? I don't have to listen to this. What will you do if I hand over the Romulan? Listen, just calm down and let's talk about this. Do you really believe you can take on a Federation starship? Do you really want to make enemies of the Federation? There has to be a way to negotiate this. A foolish justice from a wrong done over 100 years ago. My communications officer sent a message to Starfleet. If you attack us, you'll have the Federation fleet to deal with. Are you sure you want to risk that? That's not how Starfleet sees it. Maybe if you answer a few questions, I can lessen your time. I'm not here to arrest you. I just need to ask you a few questions. I guess you called my bluff. I'm here to ask you some questions. Well, that really doesn't matter, does it? You should be glad I don't just arrest you right now. Magia, get him back on screen. Put her on. Did Greenlee say where the smuggler is now? Quiet, Mr. Corrin. I'm here about someone selling a Romulan artifact. Have you seen anything? Just asking if you've seen anything unusual. Now I demand to know the truth. We've heard you may have seen some unusual traffic around here, Tharos. Great. Looks like we've got a fight on our hands. We have the coordinates for the Regis system. Corrin, let's get out of here. More Romulans? Magia, hail Tennant and ask her what's going on. As if we didn't have enough trouble. Magia, hail Admiral Tennant, and don't take no for an answer this time. Admiral Tennant, I demand to know what's going on. Romulans, secret meetings, and now ghost ships? Great. Now what? Well, let's hear what he has to say. Open hailing frequencies. I am Captain Forrester of the USS Ranger, your shipment. Magia, ask the Klingon to surrender. We have to try. Now we go back, Jeff. Admiral Tennant, we can't work together if you hold things back from me. What was that attack all about?
Captain Admiral Tennant is asking for assistance. Captain Admiral Tennant requests that you be more careful with your shots. Sir, we're being hailed by the leader of Piachi 2. She says that it's urgent. Captain, the Romulan is hailing us. Captain, the freighter is hailing us. I can't. He's not responding to our hails. We do have the Romulan hailing us, however. Captain, the Romulan is hailing us once more. They've sent a message. They say that they're here to avenge Harmony White's death. I've tried hailing, but they won't respond. I've also picked up a message from the lead ship. It's Harmony White, sir, and she doesn't sound happy. Captain President Lee is hailing us. She says that she is busy at the moment. Already doing it. On screen. Captain, the Klingon commander is hailing us, using audio only. Hailing frequencies open, Captain.
My name is Harmony White. I've come on behalf of the people of Piachi 2. Lee is a fool. She would let those butchers into the system. The Romulans, of course. I order you, in the name of the people of Piachi 2, to hand over the creature this instant. No Federation personnel need be harmed if you comply. Then my offer is rescinded. I'm going to kill you. Attack! What else does one do with such a waste of flesh? We're going to kill it. Why do we need to talk about this? It's painfully obvious that the Romulans are our enemy. And if you keep defending them, you are coming dangerously close to becoming our enemy as well. I have justice on my side. I need no other reason for my actions. The blood of those killed in the Romulan Federation War must be avenged! The Federation has no reason to interfere with my actions. They won't come, will they?
Are you sure you want to risk that?
No. No, I don't. But don't think that this is over, Captain. I'm tired of wasting time with you. We are going to kill the Romulan, and if you interfere, you and your people will be killed as well. Captain, I told you, warned you. I gave you a chance to deal with the Romulans before they had a chance to pollute our system again. Well, now an example must be made.
I do not care who you are. I demand to know where my shipment is. Captain Horn promised that we would meet here to negotiate for the artifact. But you would know that if... You're not with Horn. Soon your Starfleet will fear the wrath of the Klingon Empire. Soon a new day will dawn, and we will crush all our enemies.
Captain, Tinnik is firing on us. Well, that went well. Nothing like being scolded by a Romulan. Now what, Captain? I don't think Tinnik will like that, Captain. She might get angry.
Piachi 3 is an ice planet, Captain. The closest land to the surface is 600 miles towards the core. Piachi 1 is a barren rock planet, Captain. Piachi 2 is home to the system's colony. Roughly 2 million Federation civilians live on the northmost continent. No, Captain. Captain, the leader of the 3 ships is hailing us. Captain, there are 3 ships coming our way. Captain, I'm picking up 4 ships on long-range sensors. 2 are Romulan birds of prey, and the last ship appears to be the Raven. They are at the edge of the neutral zone. Captain, one of the Romulans is running, and the Raven has cloaked. Fascinating. I did not know a ship of that size could generate enough power to use a cloaking device. It is a logical assumption that he does not want us to know who he is. Sir, logic dictates that the Klingon will not surrender easily. Captain, I am scanning for the freighter we seek. It is orbiting the first planet of the system. Sir, a Romulan warbird is decloaking. Captain, the 3 ships have followed us.
Starfleet orders us to return to Starbase 234.
Captain, there is a Klingon D7 decloaking off our starboard bow.
Captain's log, stardate 4262.7. We're to head to the Thaxia system to investigate a strange solar collapse. Sturck has informed me that the last visit to the system by Starfleet was over 2 years ago, and that the sun was perfectly fine back then. He also says that he knows of nothing that can degenerate a star in that short a period of time.
Sturck, can you give me any readings from the sun of this system? Maybe something that could tell us why it's becoming so unstable. What? Can you locate the source of the interference? What about the source of the distress call? On screen. Yes, Mr. Brady? He did. Not if I know Chekhov. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
She's in quite a bit of trouble, Mr. Horn. You better tell us where she is. Tell me about the EMP wave.
This is Captain Forrester of the USS Ranger. Please state your business here. The Romulan ambassador? What does he have to report? What does Admiral Tennick have to report? You're lying. What is the ambassador's name? Games? You're the one playing the games. Now tell me why you're here. Okay, fine. You seem agitated. Is there something wrong? Sturck, can we catch up to her? What? But that transmission. Put it on screen. Damn. Good job, Robin. Let's go see what they can do. What was that? I'm glad you find it fascinating. Is the Serpent asleep? Robin, try to get the warp engines online. I want to get back and report to Starfleet. Robin, what's going on? We don't have a few minutes. Well, have at it then, Robin. We need a breather anyway. Good. Then I say we make as much distance from the system as possible. If there are more Klingons or Romulans coming, I sure don't want to be here for them. Sturck, how is the sun creature? Then let's get out of here.
Captain, we're being hailed from planet side. We're being hailed, Captain. Hailing frequencies open, Captain. Captain, Mr. Horn says that he will contact us if he comes up with anything. Captain, the Romulan is hailing us. Captain, the Raven is hailing us. Captain, Thomas Horn is hailing us. Captain, the Romulan has closed the hailing channel.
Captain, did he say that he was Thomas Horn? Captain, the phasers are set at the required frequency. Captain, it's the energy modulation we used for the sun creature. I can get the phasers working again, but it'll take a few minutes. I'm on it, Captain. Phasers are remodulated, sir. Captain, I'm still working on the phasers, and after that, it won't take long to get warp back up. Captain, warp is now up and going. Communications are still down, as are our sensors, but at least we can get out of here.
Now entering the Thaxius system, Captain. Think it could be a coincidence, Captain? What do you mean it has no effect?
USS Ranger, I am here on behalf of the Romulan Ambassador. The Romulan Ambassador asked to meet with you in the Maru system right away. I will not fall for these petty games. Admiral Tenek asked to meet with you in the Maru system right away. You are mistaken. I am just...
Interesting. There's an unusual type of interference in this system. It's blocking most long-range scanners. However, I am picking up a strange energy fluctuation in the Thaxian sun. The ship's computer should have a more thorough analysis of these readings in a few minutes, although a full sensor analysis is unavailable at this distance. No, sir. It is coming from the first planet, Captain. Captain, the sun creature is heading towards us again. Captain, there is a subspace buoy at the edge of the system. It has stopped transmitting. Fascinating. The creature has discharged a massive EMP wave. It has knocked out our warp, our communications, and our long-range sensors. Nothing else was damaged, however. Captain, sensors indicate that a Romulan bird of prey is approaching fast. Short-range sensors show that it is not moving. Captain, a Klingon bird of prey is decloaking. It has not moved at all, Captain. It appears to be asleep. Captain, a ship just came out of warp at the edge of the system. It is the Raven. Captain, the Raven is no longer in this system. Captain, the phasers seem to have no effect on the Klingon vessel. Captain, the sensors are picking up an unusual creature detaching itself from the sun. The creature seems to be absorbing the solar energies from this system's star. Captain, I'm getting some unusual sensor readings from the asteroid belt near the sun. I suggest that we investigate. The asteroids in this system are nickel and iron, but they also contain an unknown energy. The Romulan is powering up its weapons and shields.
No response, Captain.
Captain, the creature is attacking our warp nacelles. Captain, we cannot tractor the Sun Serpent. The creature's internal energies are interfering with the tractor beam.
Aye, sir. Captain, we're being hailed by the Klingons.
Captain's log, stardate 4347.6. I feel we're nearing the end, one way or the other. We must figure out how to stop this sun creature while trying to capture Captain Horn. I also have the feeling that we're going to need all the luck we can get. How can we trust you with the amplifier? How do we know the Empire won't use it against the Federation? We'll help you all we can. Magia, hail the Klingon. Well, what is it? It is an honor to meet you again, sir. What is your information? I didn't mean that. I was just surprised that the Federation didn't know that you knew. I'm just surprised the Klingons have that kind of information. We'll try to capture them if possible, and send them back to the Empire for a trial. If they attack, I will destroy them. Let's start over. Do you know where these rebels are? Well, it's done now. Let's get back to work. What? Those must be the rebels that Ducret and Tenek were talking about. Let's engage the rebels. Hail Tenek and tell her to engage the rebels. We'll go after Horn. I realize this. We have to work on the immediate threat, however. So let's get them. Then let's go get Horn. Hail both Ducret and Tenek and tell them to keep the rebels busy. We'll go after Horn. It wasn't my fault. I don't have to take this from you. Listen, the thief is dead and no one can get the amplifier. Don't you think that's worth something? I am truly sorry about your artifact, Admiral Tenek. But I had to do what was necessary to save the people of this system. Put her through. You're right. I'll let you do it. I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. Much more is at stake here than the people of Thaxius. I'm gonna beam you aboard. Robin, get her out of there now. Robin, did you beam her on board? She can't fire the torpedo if she's not on board. Great. Now, what do we do about the sun creature? So we did it. Core in. Okay, let's head back. There's nothing else to do here. Well, I guess there's nothing more for us to do here. Let's head back. You'd better remember what I did for you, Ducret.
As if it would ever happen in real life. I don't know, I thought he handled it beautifully. Sir, the scenario has stopped. They're asking us to go to debriefing. Tenek is engaging the enemy. Both Ducret and Admiral Tenek have agreed to engage the enemy. Captain, we're being hailed by Admiral Tenek. Captain, Admiral Tenek is demanding to know why we have tractored her. She has demanded that we let her go. Captain, Ducret is demanding we let him free. I have a transmission coming in from Captain Horn. Audio only.
As a matter of fact, I didn't know the Klingons knew anything about intelligence.
We got her, Captain. Security has already taken her to a holding cell.
We can't all be as cordial as you. You would, but I don't think Chekhov will agree. It's up to you, Captain.
You played a good game, Captain. It's too bad you couldn't win. Don't try tracing this signal. I transported off the Raven before it blew up. And my new ship will be gone before you can blink. And with all the dilithium those Klingon and Romulan fools gave me for the artifact, I'm set for life. It was a pleasure working with you, though. Au revoir.
Well, this has been interesting so far. Romulans and Klingons working together. It could happen.
Thaxius 3 is an ice planet, Captain. The closest land to the surface is 600 miles toward the core. Thaxius 1 is an M-class planet with approximately 1 billion humans. Thaxius 2 is an M-class planet with approximately 1 billion humans. The creature seems to be made up of hydrogen and an unusual variant of dilithium. From these readings, the creature seems to be absorbing the solar energies from the system's star.
Touchy, isn't she? Well, you could have handled that one better. We got her, Captain. I'll try, Captain.
The asteroids in this system are nickel and iron, but their core contains an unusual energy. Sensor readings show that it matches the sun creature's energy signature. It appears that Tinnik is commanding a standard Romulan heavy cruiser, Captain. Ducret is commanding a standard Klingon D7, Captain. Margaret Horn's ship is a small freighter. I'm also picking up a large energy output, which is most likely her cloaking device. That does not appear to be a wise move, Captain. It might make Captain Horn hurry whatever plan she is going to set in motion. Captain, I'm picking up a Romulan heavy cruiser and a Klingon D7. Each are heading for the asteroid belt. I am also picking up another smaller ship heading from the first planet toward the asteroid belt. It's the Raven. I would like to remind you that if we engage the rebels, Captain Horn might get away again. Captain, Admiral Tinnik's ship just exploded. Captain, Ducret's ship was just destroyed. Captain, the rebel heavy cruiser is attacking us. Captain, the enemy D7 is attacking us. Captain, Admiral Tinnik is attacking us. Captain, Ducret is attacking us. Captain, I'm picking up a warp engine coming online. It's coming from the third planet of the system. The ship has gone into warp, Captain. Captain, I'm getting an unusual energy reading from the Raven. It appears she's going to fire the torpedo. Fascinating. Captain, the sun creature is attacking the Raven's warp engines instead of ours. The creature is veering off, Captain. It appears to have lost interest in the sun. Captain, Admiral Tinnik's ship was destroyed in the battle.
No response, Captain.
A Romulan heavy cruiser is decloaking, Captain.
Power and wealth? What sort of power and wealth? Markai, do you honestly expect me to release you after your betrayal? On screen.
Starfleet wishes us good luck, Captain.
The Romulans were right. He's a disgrace to flesh. Forgive my lieutenant's emotions, Markai. What must we do to find this commodity?
Channa, it was a bluff. Nothing else. Now let's get back to work.
But we must be at least 100 parsecs from the neutral zone. Open a channel, Lieutenant. I order you to surrender. You would risk a war over this? What are his crimes? We will not surrender him. Isn't there anything we can do?
Captain's log, stardate 4460.5. We're en route to the Lambda Trianguli system, where we're to escort a treacherous smuggler to Starbase, so he can receive a pardon. Captain's log, supplemental. We were en route to the Starbase when Markai requested that we stop in the Dracona system. Despite serious reservations, I have agreed to his request.
Captain, he's not answering our hails. Starfleet will redirect the USS Graf Spee to our position, but it will not arrive for 62 hours. Captain, Markai is protesting our treatment. Captain, Markai is warning us against firing on him. Commander Chirac is willing to talk. No response, Captain. Incoming message from the freighter. Captain, I'm intercepting a transmission from Markai to an unseen ship. Captain, I'm getting a transmission between Markai's ship and a Venturi vessel. He says that he has delivered a Constitution-class vessel to them as planned. Captain, Markai is selling us to the Venturi.
Captain, how could you? We are now within range of the freighter.
It was a simple business transaction with the Venturi. I cannot see why you'd be upset. We'll talk later. Closer, Captain. I want you at my side during this voyage.
Tractor beams activated. Captain, if Markai intends to betray us, we should let him play out his hand. Putting him on a leash only makes us vulnerable. Entering Lambda Trianguli system.
The freighter has been destroyed. Captain, Markai has left the system. He has escaped. I cannot get a clear reading of the interior of the freighter. It is carrying a cargo of dinobite that makes our sensors useless. I am also unable to get a transporter lock on Markai or his crew. Captain, a Romulan warbird has just decloaked and begun an attack run on the freighter. Captain, the Romulan has triggered a self-destruct device. 2 Venturi ships have come out of a sensor dampening field and are closing on this position. Captain, the Venturi have disabled the ship. Decks 30 through 55 report the Venturi raiders have transported aboard and are taking over the ship. Venturi vessel fleeing. Captain, the Venturi vessel has escaped. The Venturi are no longer a threat, Captain. Captain, the Venturi vessel has been disabled.
I can guess many of your thoughts, Captain. A brief explanation, while against my instructions, is in order. I know that you are protecting the criminal Markai. His life is a disgrace to flesh. He is guilty of capital crimes against the Romulan Empire. I am to make an example of him, or die trying. I see that reports of the human sense of humor were not exaggerated. No, I will not surrender. Your Federation has no stomach for war, Captain. Our attack will merely be dismissed as a regrettable and isolated incident. He jeopardized the alliance between the Klingons and the Romulans for his own profit, resulting in thousands of deaths. His death will be necessary to bring this incident to a close. I regret that you may also have to be counted among his victims. You must, Captain. A soldier wears his duty like a uniform, Captain, and yours, like my own, is without stain.